Closer look now at what's in that law that Kevin Geist just mentioned. NBC Connecticut's Jeremy Chen has been following the heated debate all week, and tonight he's looking into questions he's been seeing on social media, including if those cameras violate your Fourth Amendment rights.
If you've been driving around Connecticut, chances are your license plate was captured by one of these cameras.
Flock cameras specifically, which are license plate readers. Police say they help solve crimes, but some are worried the data is being accessed by federal immigration agents or out-of-state law enforcement.
I don't think that a lot of people sat in rooms like this across the country saying we want to use these cameras to help ICE, to track women who've had abortions.
State lawmakers passed a new law addressing those concerns. Public Act 2614 explicitly prohibits the use of data from flock cameras for anything like immigration enforcement to investigations involving abortions. There's also concerns from some people about misuse of this data from police officers. This law explicitly says that any police officer that misuses this data will be charged with a Class D felony, which is up to $5,000 in fines and 5 years in prison.
There's also recourse for citizens.
They can sue the government if it turns out that information about their own movements was misused by law enforcement or anyone else in government.
Another argument I heard a lot from people during public comment and on social media, like this guy, is that flock cameras are a violation of the Fourth Amendment, which protects people from warrantless searches. So what have federal courts ruled on so far about flock cameras and the Fourth Amendment? In Norfolk, Virginia, there is a case where private citizens sued the city over its use of flock cams. The city argued that where the cameras are on public roads, there's no reasonable expectation of privacy. In January of this year, a federal judge ruled in favor of them. However, that court case is being appealed.
Quinnipiac law professor Chester Fernandez says federal courts so far have narrowly ruled in specific cases that how flock cameras are used aren't a violation of the Fourth Amendment. But he says in other cases involving similar technology used by police like cell phone data and GPS trackers, the Supreme Court has ruled they require warrants. He says the question comes down to how much of someone's movements captured by flock are able to be tracked without a warrant.
It's the aggregation of all those pictures that kind of leads to this kind of novel question before the courts and how that's different.
So could a Fourth Amendment case on flock cams reach the U.S. Supreme Court?
Because courts are ruling differently, could end up being a question the Supreme Court wants to address.
Jeremy Chen, NBC Connecticut News.